Hey everybody, Amy Jo Davies here, and we're on day three of my self-imposed challenge. And I have to say it with this like smarky attitude, snarky attitude, because I'm like kind of mad at myself for saying I was going to do this, but it's also kind of fun. It's actually really fun. I'm enjoying it, and I'm glad that I accidentally said I would do this every day because this is truly what it's all about. If you want to make real change in yourself, if you truly want to evolve something, then you have to put consistent effort into it. And so I guess I'm here exemplifying that to all of you right now, right here. And that's good because sometimes if you want to, I guess, step into a role, a leadership role, or any kind of role at all, you got to walk the talk. You got to walk the talk. And so I'm walking the talk for y'all. All right. So yesterday, and I think maybe on day one too, I was talking to you guys about what part of you are you currently hiding and not letting to shine forward in your life, right? What is the talent that you have and the beautiful light that you have that is being hidden, that you're withholding from the world? And once again, we're going to just reiterate this over and over and over again, is that the reason why this is important and the reason why this matters is because you are here to make a difference in this world. You have a job to do here, and it's more than the job that you're doing. It's more than going to work 9 to 5, or it's more than whatever career you have, whatever income source you are creating from right now. Your job on this planet is much greater than that. And, maybe you're a parent. Yes, that's also a great job. And your job is even more than that. Maybe you are volunteering somewhere. Your job is also greater than that. We have something greater to do here. We have more, so much more capacity to grow and to stretch ourselves and to give and to be of service to the world as it stands right now. It needs us. So let's all do this together. So the live stream challenge for me, partly is for me to just kind of get back on my horse. I've been hiding myself out. I moved last year and I haven't been really getting into my thing. I haven't really been getting into my groove. And so this is part of that. And then it's also just for me to reconnect with people because it's fun. All right, so what I wanted to talk to you today about, first of all, let's just a little piece about that. What part of you wants to come forward? So a couple people asked me the question of like, what do you mean by that specifically? And what I mean is maybe you haven't been expressing yourself completely. Maybe you would really love to be a dancer and you've never taken up dancing before. Maybe you would love to go back to college and finish a degree or get another degree. Or maybe you really want to quit your job and you want to go work for yourself. Whatever it is, there's a part of you that's not being expressed. There's a part of you that is sitting there going, I wish I could, but I can't. And I just want to give you that little nudge, little tiny nudge to say, you know what? I think you can. I think you can. And I know you can because I've done so many things in my life that were really scary and really hard and that seemed impossible, really. And you know what? I just went for it. I really did. And I know that it sounds scary and it feels scary, and it is. It's definitely scary. I'm not going to lie to you. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is another action step that you can take, another tool, another little resource that I can drop for you. And my doggy's here to say hi. He's probably going to be walking around in a circle because the sun is shining and he's going to like make a perfect little bed for himself there in a minute. So anyways, so the tool that I want to leave with you today, it's kind of two things. All right. So number one, I want to remind you of a very, very famous slogan that you hear all the time that's being circulated in the sporting world, which is just do it. Just do it. And of course, we know whose slogan that is. We don't even have to say it anymore because it's so famous. But here's the thing about just do it. One of the things about this particular thing for me, this live challenge, is that like I really like it's kind of hard for me to do this every day, you guys. I really kind of don't feel like doing it, but I'm going to do it because I said I would do it, right? And so what that takes for me every day is to just be like, hey, I said I was going to do that. I'm going to go and do it right now. And so then I just set it up and I go live. All right. It's that easy. And I can talk myself out of it, or I can keep my promise. And so what I want you to do today is to check inside of yourself. If you haven't yet told me or left a comment about what the one thing is that you're working on right now. So I'm working on just following up with going live and getting back up on the horse of being visible on my social media platforms and just connecting with people out there again, because I've really been hiding out. All right. So that's what I'm doing. What is the one thing that you're working towards right now? It could be anything. It could be anything. Okay. I want you to tell me what that is. What's up, beautiful Maureen? Hey, thanks for being here, love. So what's the one thing that you're working towards? And then the second thing that I want you to do today is, and this is something that you're going to do probably on your own time, but I want you to come back to this post and share with me what comes up for you, because it's going to take a little bit of like inner research and like looking inside for a minute. All right. So you have the capacity to be brave. I know that. I know that about all human beings. We all have the capacity to be brave, right? We're human. We got this, right? So I just want you to really start to drop into the fact that you already have what it takes. You are inherently enough. You were born enough, every one of you. And so you have what it takes to do the thing. And whatever the thing is, you got it. And the reason I know that is because if you didn't want to do it, then you probably wouldn't be needing to do it, right? That desire and that feeling of wishing and longing that you have in your heart is evidence and proof that it is there for you. It's there for the taking for you. It's there for the actioning for you. Okay. So that desire is enough proof for you. And I want you to believe me here. The desire is enough proof that you can do this. I'm going to read your comment, Maureen. Maureen is working on calling people and asking for support by referrals. Excellent. And getting out from behind my computer screen to talk to people and drop my busy work. This is so good. Oh, there's more comments. Hold on just a second. I didn't see those before. Oh, okay. It's all you, girl. I did see them. Excellent, Maureen. And you know what? That is such a great thing to do. And this exactly the same kind of energetically of what I'm doing with the live stream is because it's just like, I'm not talking to anybody. I need to just like talk to somebody. And so, hey, I can talk to lots of people if I go live. I know, it's like totally just I'm a masochist at heart. Torturing myself here right now, you guys. And the reason why, if you haven't watched the first couple of live streams, the reason why this is such torture for me is because I'm really shy. I really don't like doing this. And I really push myself to do it. Every time I do a video or go live, I push myself to do it. And I do that because I know that on the other side of pushing myself to do the thing that I kind of don't want to do is a feeling of triumph and victory and great satisfaction with myself for having done something that freaks me out and having done something that freaks me out that's moving me in a direction that I want to go. All right. That's really, really important. It's moving me in that direction. Totally. Going live is brave for me too. It does feel like torture, but also so much fun too. Yes. And it's even more fun when there's people here interacting. So thank you, Maureen. Okay. So what I want you to do is this inner work. So this is your very short assignment for today, is to go and do some inner work. And there's 2 questions that I want you to ask yourself. What are the consequences? What are the consequences in my life if I don't just do it, if I don't go for it, if I ignore this passion, if I ignore this dream, if I don't allow this desire to sit in my heart to come forward? What are the consequences if I don't do that? And think about that for a second. It could be living a life unfulfilled. That's a pretty big consequence, isn't it? It could be never earning enough money to support yourself in a way that feels comfortable. Huge consequence. Right? It could be that you never developed a relationship that you really wished that you had gone for. That's another huge consequence. All of these things could be a turning point in your life and could get you into a completely different place that is so much better than you ever could have imagined. So what are the consequences if you don't go for it? All right. And then the second thing that I want you to ask yourself is, what would happen if I did? And this is a dreaming imagination exercise. So just really feel into that. What could happen? What are the potential? What are the possibilities of me, you know, for example, me right now live streaming? What is the potential that could possibly, I'm stumbling over my P words right now. Blah. What potential could come out of me doing a live stream right now? What could happen? Maybe I could reconnect with somebody who I haven't seen in 20 years. Maybe I don't know, maybe this goes viral and I get like a really crazy job offer. What are the chances? I don't know, but you never know, right? You never know. So I want you to dream into what could possibly happen if I actually follow that, if I actually shine my light forward, if I stop holding myself back. What could that bring for me in my life? Really feel into that. Write it out for a couple minutes. You might get the answer right away, but you might also want to just like write stream of thought for a little while and see where that takes you, because sometimes that takes you into deeper, even better, grander things that you thought of the first time. All right, Maureen says, oh, and then my anxiety grows. That's a big consequence that I already know. Yep, exactly. I definitely, the very first live that I did a couple of days ago, which was on my personal profile, my hands were shaking. I was like, I actually had to like hold my phone on my legs and do that, right? And so yeah, it's a little bit anxious, a little bit of this feeling, but I maybe feel like, and I'm stumbling over my words like crazy today, but I don't think you guys care about that really, because you're obviously watching me still. So I'm not going to get embarrassed and I'm not going to feel bad for myself. And tomorrow I'm going to get back on this horsey and I'm going to take her for another little trot around the block and we're going to talk some more about it. So what I would really love is for you to tell me those things that I asked you. What is it that you're moving yourself towards? What is the thing that you've been holding yourself back from? What are the consequences of not going for it and not just doing it, right? What are those consequences? And then dreaming bigger. What could possibly come out of me stopping myself through the fear? What could possibly come of me actually doing it? And really, really dream into that. So share with me what you come up with. I love having some of you along, whoever's been following along and making comments. I really appreciate you for that. That makes it so much more fun for me, and it makes it feel like I'm not talking to myself, which is kind of, it gets boring after a while. But I'm glad to have you guys along for the ride, and can't wait to hear what you have to say about that. And Maureen, it's a blessing to have you here live as well. It's so much fun, and I hope that you guys, if you see that little notification come up and I go live and you have a chance, then jump on with me live. Ask me questions if you have any. I would love to answer your questions. And also, if you would really like to catch that and be notified when I go live, you can go up to the top of the page and on the little drop-down menu that says you're following me, or I think following, you can say see first, right? So you can actually set the notifications to see me first so that you actually do get to get notified when I go live. All right, beautiful people, I love you so much and have a beautiful day. Bye.